In the back corner of a noisy classroom, a quiet student named Omar sat frozen. His exam paper stared back at him, blank. His mind was racing, thoughts tangled, memories missing. He had studied, or so he believed. But now, nothing. Just a heavy silence inside his head. His hands shook, his heart pounded, and with every ticking second of the clock, he felt further and further away from success. As the exam ended, Omar walked out of the classroom, shoulders low, eyes to the ground. Behind him, he heard what he always heard. He failed again. What's the point? He's not cut out for this. That night, he didn't cry, he didn't complain. He just stood in front of the mirror, staring. And after a long silence, he whispered to himself, "Is this really who I want to be?" That simple question changed everything. He made a promise to himself, not to suddenly become perfect, but to change one small thing every day. He stopped comparing himself to others. He started comparing himself to who he was yesterday. Omar's transformation didn't happen overnight. At first, it was hard. He didn't know where to begin. But he started watching interviews of top students, reading books, taking notes, and one thing kept repeating. Top students aren't always the smartest. They're the most consistent. That sentence lit a fire inside him. He woke up earlier, started with just 30 minutes of focused study, then an hour, then 2. He used a timer, the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes break, and with every session, his focus sharpened. He turned his phone off. He created a study corner in his room. He used sticky notes, mind maps, and flashcards. He didn't just read, he taught himself out loud, as if explaining to a friend. When he made mistakes, he didn't beat himself up. He analyzed them, understood them, and learned from them. Omar wasn't trying to be the best in the world. He was trying to be better than who he was yesterday. And day by day, something amazing happened. His grades improved, his confidence grew, and he no longer feared exams, he welcomed them. Then came the big test, the final exam of the year. Everyone expected the usual, but Omar was calm, focused, prepared. When the results were announced, the entire school was shocked. The principal stepped up and said, "Top student of the year, Omar Karim." Silence. Then applause. Omar didn't smile immediately. Instead, he looked down at his hands. The same hands that once shook with fear, now held a certificate of excellence. He had done it, not because he was born with brilliance, but because he refused to quit. So, what can we learn from Omar's story? Success is not about luck. Excellence is not a gift. It's a habit, a mindset, a daily choice. Maybe you feel like Omar once did, stuck, doubting yourself, hearing voices that say, "You can't." But hear this now. You can. You are not behind. You're just beginning. And every great student, every top achiever, once stood where you are now. The difference? They decided to start. So ask yourself, what will you do today that your future self will thank you for? Wake up early, review your notes, delete distractions, or simply believe that yes, you are capable. Because in the end, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single decision. I will not quit. Be like Omar, start your story, and remember, the top isn't for the lucky. It's for the ones who choose to climb.